Alright, so Sam was calling me out with the whole gooseneck fifth wheel thing. You know, he got them nice hydraulic jacks, nice to have, something I don't have, but I like my fifth wheel because I'm gonna be able to scoot right over this once I get this out of the way. So I'm gonna be able to scoot right over top of that with the fifth wheel. I am gonna have to raise it because this is the first time using this trailer with a fifth wheel setup on this truck, but I don't got that type of equipment, you know, with the, I do have a nice working e-brake now, I'll tell you that. But I don't have that type of equipment where I can just hit a button or a remote and just, oh man. But yeah, so basically what I do when I'll back up a fifth wheel is I'll drop the bags onto the ramp, so I won't even have to touch the landing gear. I'll just, you know, pop it down, drop the bags and pull out. That's all I gotta do, right? So yeah, that makes it way easier in my opinion. All right, so this is the first time hooking this trailer, like I said, with this coupler. So basically, you know, whenever I drop it, I can just back up under it and pull away, back up under it and hook up, you know, whatever. So that's kind of why I like this setup. You guys see all the boards here and all this shit. It's like moving that every single time you want to do a gooseneck. It's just my personal preference. It looks like it's sitting pretty damn perfect. I wouldn't want to go any lower. I'm gonna put a lot of weight in the bags and I'm gonna move these mud flaps in because we just lost 3 inches. So you guys can see I have so much more room here now with the breakaway, whereas before with the gooseneck coupler back, it would push it back another 3 inches, and every wide turn it would rip the cable out and lock my brakes up. So that sucks, but yeah, I'm gonna have to move these in a little bit so I don't rip another one off. There's some air in the bags and we'll be done. All right, so just checking the clearance. All right, everything looks like it's fine. You guys can see, oh, there's plenty of room to take 90s. Plenty now. That's perfect. Over the old gooseneck setup, that shit would rip itself right out. All right, so can't confirm. I had this 90 degrees sideways, so it did rip it out there. But it's like when you shouldn't really have a triaxle 90 degrees sideways anyway. So just the shitty part of pulling out where I'm at, but it's like if you don't have it, it's like, I think I was at like 80 degrees. And that's when it'll about rip itself out. But it was damn close to a full, you know, full 90 degree jackknife. So I think we have more than enough room with that cable now. Cement truck up there is just chiefing. My truck smoked pretty bad. I mean, he might be a little heavier than me, but even still. So we're about here, we're about half a mile away. So just pulled out, so we're not going very fast, like 30 mile an hour. So let's get this thing dropped. All right, we made it. It's pretty tight, but we still got it. So this one's gonna come first. This is the one with the wheel that's kind of cocked. So it's gonna wanna start steering this way. So we'll see how this goes. All right, just spoke to them here at the, I think it's, I forget the business name, but she is super nice. So we're gonna get this thing dropped. I know even though my e-brake works and I keep my truck in gear, when I'm unloading, I do like to put blocks underneath both of the tires just because I always keep my truck in gear when I'm unloading as well. So it's like, doesn't matter. I had it running the one day and I was like, I don't feel like dealing with it, you know, with the e-brake on and everything. I went to pull this thing up and this sumbitch, this thing started moving. It moved up like 2 feet and I'm like, that sucks. But so I'm like, all right, let's throw some blocks under it. From that situation on, I throw blocks, but my e-brake works great. All right, I know this might sound obvious, but usually what I'll do lately is what kind of works for me is I'll go through and just do one side of straps and then I'll do basically the other side. I just got the winch off. I need to I need to get it off of here, that winch cable to the side. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go down one side, get them off, and then I go down the other side, then I'll throw the ramp. So I know it sounds obvious, but that's pretty much how I do it. Also, with a recommendation from some people, Fritz, he messaged me about this, so appreciate your concerns on that. I have been getting these as close as possible now, so as opposed to like I was always out here. So do appreciate it. I started looking into that, realized, yeah, might be a little wrong there, so I fixed it. Appreciate you guys' guidance. Definitely helps out, and yeah, it works out for everybody as opposed to, you know, a DOT officer saying something or us losing a load over, hey, you know, I don't like how you strap that. how turned that back wheel is. So basically what I'm gonna have to do is be super careful. I was recommended to just winch it off, but I really just don't exactly want to. I'd rather just back it off. It does run and drive. Hopefully it still starts. Let's see if there's any juice. Probably not. Might need a jump pack. Oh, and it needs a jump pack. Key stuck in the ignition. Great. Love junk. By the way, you guys asked what jump pack I use. I use a GB70 Noco Boost. It will start this when it's flat dead. It's great. I love it. Always keep it charged though. I got mad at it the one day. I might have thrown it and broke one of the ears off, but you know, not a big deal. They sell cases. So I might talk to my I think I bought this off of I can't even remember his name. It wasn't Mac. It definitely wasn't Mac. Cornwell. I bought that off of Cornwell, so we'll see if he can't do anything about that case, because it kind of does. I do miss the ear, but I got mad at it the one day because I'm like, I was frustrated. That was the day I was working on that van, and it's like I charged it and it's like it just wants to stay dead, so it's like it didn't want to work. So you know, you live and you learn. Don't get mad at your tools, guys. Look at that, it runs perfect. Oh, we got it yelling. See, I couldn't get the miles either because it says change engine oil soon. It won't give me any miles, any of that information. So 2013 Chevy Malibu. Whoever invented this, and anybody that like makes cars and you make the mileage disappear, you are an asshole. You make our jobs 10 times harder. Tow truck drivers, look at that. No mileage, hood open, like door open. Like it won't, because it needs an oil change soon, it won't tell me what the miles are. Like, and there's no buttons on there to change anything. I don't see any buttons, so it's like mileage should not disappear. Should not disappear. There should be no reason to get rid of the mileage. Tow truck drivers need that to avoid scams. So, oh man, if you're a car manufacturer or an engineer and you get rid of the miles, I don't like you. I don't like you at all. Also, if you're a company that makes electronic e-brakes, manufacturer, whatever, screw you as well, because I need these tires to skid. Not every time I put it in reverse, I need the e-brake to lock so that it can slide itself over. And I can't do that because if I put it in reverse, it kicks the e-brake off. So it's like, now I'm relying on 100% winch power. And I get it. I have a second battery for this, and I want to get like, I have the cables in here. I have 25 feet of 0 gauge wire I'm going to run from the battery, and then up here on the neck, and then I'm going to have a separate connector that goes and basically runs in so I can charge my winch, and I'm going to be doing that on every single one of them. I just, unfortunately right now, every dime that I make, I'm pretty much putting back into either the family or business, and it's like trying to save as much as possible for that big ass payment coming up. It's like I can only do so much. I can only spend so much at a time. So not to mention CRV engine's pretty expensive as well. So let's see. All right, at the very last minute we were able to get it loose, so I got it to slide over. This should be good enough to get it off. All right, so that's one dropped. Now I just got to bring this guy back up. We'll go from there. Yeah, that thing was not fun, but once I got it back here, I was able to back up and it would pull itself because the winch was already tight. So not too bad, but I'm gonna get this guy loaded and we'll go from there. All right, she's up. I pretty much just, I want it right here. This is a good starting point for like these bigger vehicles. So that's kind of where I want it. I'm gonna put this mirror in, we'll get it strapped down, and we'll be out of here. All right, so there's two ways I can do this. I can either back out onto the main road, which I'm gonna consider, or I'm just gonna back straight up there, but it's gonna be tight. I don't wanna have any backswing, take out any cars. So we shall see. Yeah, we'll see. So guys, let me know if there's any drawbacks to why you guys don't leave this thing plugged in. Someone said about corrosion, but it's like, aren't these things sealed? So let me know. Can I leave this thing plugged in permanently and just mount it somewhere? Let me know. I have a spare one of these at home now too. I ordered a spare remote, so I have that if I ever lose this one again, because I lost that one, but then I found it. So let me know down in the comments. All right, so that took unnecessarily longer than it needed to, and my maps, my phone overheated. So that sucks. We are headed to, yeah, I can't even open maps right now. Let's see, I was there for an hour. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So let's get maps working again and go from there. I was pulling out and I really wasn't feeling it. I got out to look like 4 times. I'm like, I'm really not liking it. So I backed up, got closer to the one edge, and then went from there. But it's like, if you're not comfortable or you think something's wrong, definitely get out, look, and like pay attention to your surroundings. So yeah, I didn't want to take out like 3 or 4 cars there, so I backed up and re-entered. There's no shame in a pull-up, you know, not getting it in the first try. There's no shame in that. There is shame in hitting shit. So swallow your pride, readjust, and keep going. All right, this one should be quick and easy. I'm just gonna grab, damn GoPro battery's always dying. I'm just gonna grab some wood, because like I said, I'm in neutral with it running. It's hot, so throw that down. All right, we got our wood down. Grab some gloves, and we'll get this thing unloaded. All right, straps are all off. Let's get her, sleep my gloves there, because I'm not gonna need them. All right, let's get our straps all buttoned up. Grab one side at a time, and we'll go from there. Now we're going to go get a motor for the CRV. Hopefully they put it on skids, because I don't exactly know how I'm gonna haul it, but we'll see. There is a big opening there, so like I said, hopefully they give us some skids and something to do that with. That'll make life so much easier. But to Maryland we go. All right, we made it. Depending on how these guys feel, I'll probably let you know where to come to get motors. But yeah, so we're gonna try to put a motor on here. They said they had skids, so let's see. All right, so that should be about it. I mean, I don't know, it's pretty solid at this point. I have 6 straps on it, and then the center beam goes through the center right there, so it's actually sitting on something. I'm gonna throw one more strap on each side, and then we'll go from there. Now we're gonna head to go get Liam, and then we're gonna drop it off. All right, I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon, so that's good. Hell yeah. All right, that's awesome. So if you guys need JDM motors, I don't know how good or bad these guys are. Just going off of their word, you know, everything's good. But he said estimated is around 55 to 60,000, but could be a little higher. But again, it's not too big of a deal because it's already way lower than what we have. So, and it runs, so that's good. But yeah, MD, JDM in Maryland, JDM motors. If you need motors, give them a shout. All right, so for the record, I'm going in blind because this thing hasn't been working all day. Like, it's just like, look at that. If I wiggle the cord, like, super sick of the edge. I really think this Friday, I'm gonna try to make a phone call tomorrow, or maybe even tonight, and see if I can't get an instrument cluster, because I'm gonna get an instrument cluster and an EGT gauge and a coolant gauge, because I'm just, realistically, I'm over it, you know? I'm over the edge. I want to get rid of it. I'm not really a fan of gauges either, but it's like they are kind of necessary, because like oil pressure is a main one, which is why you'll see a lot of guys throwing rods, and that's literally because they don't have an oil pressure gauge. So if they lose a lot of oil really fast and you just drove 600 miles, you're not going to stop to check your oil every single day. So it's like, if something happens really, really fast and you drive, you know, 100 miles and all your oil's gone, by the time that light comes on, it's too late. So oil pressure gauge is necessary. Fuel pressure gauge is necessary to know when to change your fuel filters. And boost is necessary as a good diagnostic tool. You know, if you have any boost leaks, or you have like a low boost situation, you know, it's really good for diagnosing shit. So coolant, I want to know the exact degrees of the coolant, not just what that says down there. And because that way I can take it exactly to 230 degrees and know, okay, I need to let off now. And then EGTs, obviously EGTs, because I don't have any of that shit right now. But yeah, so probably gonna do that. I'm gonna make a phone call now to a lead that I have, and hope like hell I can get one. Well, it's getting pretty dark. Camera doesn't do it justice, but we are back in Pennsylvania. We're 45 minutes from Liam. Engine engine is, according to the rear view mirror, still there. So that's good, obviously. So we'll go get him. Oh, I can't wait to get this thing dropped off, go home and relax for a little bit. We've already got one booked for tomorrow, working on a second one, and I definitely want to try to get a third one, but I gotta watch my weight. Well, shit. I was hoping I could get, you know, most of the way home without getting wet, but you know, whatever. Oh well. Alright, we got Liam. Checked the load, nothing really moved. I was able to get, like, I have like 6 straps on it. So like, I was able to get 2 straps to go 1 click. It's like, not really much. So we're going to Home Depot now to go get some oil for the CRV. And then we have a motor mount coming Wednesday that I'll have to get one of them to pick up. And that's pretty much it. And then it's gonna get thrown together. So because it's such a low mileage engine, we're not gonna do the timing belt and water pump. Not too concerned about it right now, because in Japan, they have to get rid of these vehicles at such a low mileage, which is insane that they can do that, but you know, so it's a pretty low mileage engine. We're not gonna have to worry about it, and we'll go from there. I gotta decide what I want to do with the old motor, and yeah, we'll see. So $700 for this motor, not too, it was like 680, 685 after taxes, I can't remember, but not too bad. So we'll be into it. I don't know, we'll see what he charges me to throw the motor in. I've been driving all day. Like I think I'm at like 370 miles I've driven today. And look at that, it comes on. Like I was looking over, I'm like, oh, I have that much fuel left, and I didn't take any notice of it. I'm like, I didn't think about it. And then I was like, wait a second. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh my God, it works. Bruh. Hey, anybody can get me an instrument cluster that actually works for this truck, I'll trade you the Edge CTS2 for it. It just needs a new cord, which isn't much, but considering it's like a $750 tuner, if you bring me a $300 instrument cluster that actually works in my truck, I'll absolutely trade you the tuner. I don't even give a shit anymore. Bring me in a cluster that works, tuner's yours. I don't care about what mileage it says or any of that. I'll get that reprogrammed, but let me know. But it has to at least work, like work well. So I don't want just some shitty instrument cluster. I want something that works good. He has one of the skinniest driveways ever. And I got the trailer in and out, and unfortunately to get it out, you have to jam the back part of the trailer into the dirt and let it lift up. Oh, it was terrible. That was awful. Not only that, but it was a blind side, so it's like, come on. But it'll be all right because we got the engine dropped off, so I'm going home now to spend whatever's left of the night with the woman and all 3 of the kids. So let's get home, let's relax for a hot minute, and be on our way. See you guys in tomorrow's video. Say bye, Liam.
Bye.
See ya.